Hello, my name is Olivia Marquardt. I am from Westchester University, and my presentation is Caught in the Pandemic, the rates of the caught-caught merger in Michigan speakers from the COVID-19 pandemic. Michigan was previously resistant to one of the more famous American English features known as the caught-caught merger. This is where the vowels in the words caught and caught sound exactly the same despite some people, like myself, pronouncing them differently. Michigan residents were historically included in this differentiation because of the northern city's vowel shift, where some of their vowels shifted to different spots. However, the caught-caught merger has been rapidly spreading across the United States over the past several decades. If you take a look at the map in the center, you'll see red dots representing those who pronounce the two words the same, and blue dots showing those who keep them distinct. This map is from 2005, so over the few years since then, the red has actually become more and more spread out. But Michigan has traditionally stayed within the blue. However, according to several studies, we see the caught-caught merger increasing in appearance within Michigan speakers. This is not something that they are resisting anymore, and this brings me to my research question. How have the rates of the caught-caught merger adoption changed in Michigan? For my methodology, I worked with the Michigan Diaries, which is a project started in April 2020 that looks to measure the change of language throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. Each week, an email is sent out with questions, and participants record themselves answering these prompts. We sent out a question one week asking, do you pronounce caught and caught the same or different? I then used the self-reports of 5 Michigan diarists and I measured their vowel sounds, which means that we can measure the physical sounds that people make. So that's what I did. From there, I looked to see whether the diarists reported that they merged or not, and then I compared what their actual sounds were to their self-reports. For those whose reports were different from what they were actually saying, I have 2 different pronunciations of caught and caught reported. Out of my 5 participants, 3 did have tokens of merging their vowels. 2 diarists accurately reported that they did not merge their vowels, and they were born in 1961 and 1989. The 3 merged speakers were born in 1989, 2000, and 2001, which shows that this is a newer trend. 2 of these 3 reported that their vowels were distinct despite actually merging the 2 together. Speaker 20 initially said that he differentiated his vowels, but as he continued to speak, the 2 merged together. Speaker 13 originally started off with the vowels merged, but as she spoke, she forced herself to differentiate. She even said, I can't tell now if I'm just subconsciously trying to make them sound different. And she also said, it's probably important that I understand that those sounds are different, which is odd considering that the majority of Americans pronounce these 2 words exactly the same. In the middle, we have a graph showing relatively where each diarist's vowels lay. The different colors of the dots represent the different speakers, and the different shapes of the points represent the different words. So caught is going to be a circle and caught is going to be a triangle. If these 2 shapes are close together on the plot, that means the speaker is pronouncing these words very similarly. We see that for speaker 14 in green, caught and caught are right next to each other. Just as diarist speaker 26 in the pink said, their vowels are very far apart, with the triangle all the way at the bottom, where the circle is more so in the middle. And then we see speaker 11 in red, with their vowels not close enough to be merged. Then we get to speaker 13 in gold, who reported that she pronounces the words differently, despite her first time saying the 2 exactly the same. As we can see, the gold points are right in a line, with 1 token of caught all the way over to the left. And that was when she was forcing herself to pronounce them differently. We also see speaker 20 in blue, who initially said the words differently, but we can see the vowels lined together on the plot showing that his merges. This leads me to conclude that Michigan speakers are participating in the caught-caught merger. In fact, there are reports of Michigan speakers saying that they don't like their accent, and since differentiating vowels between words like caught and caught was originally a distinct part of their accent, they're going to want to change this by then conforming to what the majority of the United States does by merging. We can consider this a transitional merger, as there are speakers who still differentiate their vowels, and we can look to age, gender, and environment to follow the installation of the merger as something done by younger speakers. Finally, as Hall Liu discusses, some speakers who are part of a merger have the awareness of the different vowels present, and this is going to cause them to flip-flop and pronounce their vowels differently on occasions, as they have this idea about what a vowel should sound like, which is exactly what we saw with speaker 13. So as time moves forward, more and more Michigan speakers are going to align with the caught-caught merger, and we will see more and more rates of the merger pop up throughout the state of Michigan. Thank you.